How's it going, guys? Cody back again, dropping yet another video. Right, guys, prison news this time. Again, we're getting back to it. We're getting back in the mix. It's slowly coming back to me and stuff. I'm still a bit rusty and stuff, so I apologize. This is a story in the Birmingham Live. There's a link in the description below, like I always do. Be sure to check the story out should you choose to. All I'm doing really in layman's terms is reading the story, giving you a little brief overview. Not that you want to hear from me, but that's what we do. So guys, this is a story about Winson Green Prison, or the Green, or as it's officially known, HMP Birmingham. No, I ain't. Shut up, mate. Anyway, let's get into it. So a prisoner that was serving an 8-month sentence, obviously he'll do half and then he'll become eligible for HDC before the halfway point. 8 months, minor, do 16 weeks. 16 weeks, yeah. 4, 8, 12, 16, yeah. 16 weeks. 4 months of an 8-month sentence. That is if it doesn't get his tag. Ends up getting an extra 11 years behind bars. Going to read the story, guys. Let's get into it. HMP Birmingham prisoner scalds fellow inmate in cell after attack over tobacco and gets 11 years added to his jail term. Marcus Millar was partway through an 8-month stretch at Winson Green, Nick. A hot-headed prisoner will serve an extra 11 years behind bars for pouring boiling water over a fellow inmate over a row over tobacco. Marcus Millar was partway through an 8-month stretch at HMP Birmingham for possessing an offensive weapon in a public place. The Winson Green inmate, HMP Birmingham, though in August 2017 launched a scathing attack on a fellow convict by scalding his groin, his leg and his forearm. The victim suffered burns so severe he required significant hospital treatment. Millar, of no fixed abode, also threatened to kill his fellow inmate unless he got him £200 in cash for tobacco. The 27-year-old forced the victim into his cell and refused to let him leave until he provided contact details for relatives who could provide money. He rang 2 family members using a legal mobile phone, claiming the inmate would be dead if they didn't pay up. But before the money could be transferred over to another person connected to Millar, he punched the man and poured boiling hot water over him, napalming, scalding, burning. Millar was convicted of false imprisonment, assault and 2 counts of blackmail after a trial at Birmingham Crown Court. He was serving an 8-month stretch for possessing an offensive weapon in a public place, and last week, June the 3rd, Millar received a new jail term for 11 years. Detective Constable Jim Farrell from West Midlands Police, he's based at the prison, said Millar is a dangerous man who showed no hesitation in using violence. He left another man with serious burns, but a joint investigation involving the police and the prison has ensured he'll be serving even more time behind bars. Now, this is simply the danger of, it could be tobacco, probably not, probably more likely drugs, but tobacco, thanks to the prison service and the Prison Officers Association, they lobbied for the smoking ban. By lobbying for the smoking ban, they've antagonised prisoners, and then by pushing it, when you ban something, it just doesn't disappear. No. It gets pushed underground. The demand for it goes up, and so does the price. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times what it did before. Obviously, tobacco has been used as a currency and as stress relief in prison for decades, probably centuries. And like I say, debt is a big thing. Where you've got contraband in prison, you've got debt. Where you've got debt, yes, you guessed it, you've got fear, intimidation, bullying and violence. Now, people that are supplying contraband, whether it be drugs, whether it be new psychoactive substances like spice, mobile phones, SIM cards, tobacco, to prisoners. Prisoners, obviously, if you've got an addictive tendency, let's say drugs, for example, and your body constantly needs the drug, you'll start telling people, yeah, I'll get it on tick, yeah. And then the amount goes up and the amount goes up because your tolerance builds to the drug, and you're getting more of the drug and you're getting more on tick and more on tick because you know you can't pay for it. So, but you're still taking it on tick. And the prisoner's like, well, yeah, I know him, he's not going to get off this wing, he's not getting out anytime soon. I'll tick him. And even if you get moved to another wing, prisoners. And then, like I say you'll pay on this day. If you don't pay on that day, it gets doubled, double bubble. If you get anything on tick or borrow anything in prison, you get what we call double bubble. For a Q or a quarter of tobacco, it used to be give ½ ounce back. If you borrow ½ ounce on tick, you've got to pay an ounce back. You get an ounce on tick, you've got to give 2 ounce back. And the same goes on with drugs. Like I say, borrow, they call it double bubble, double trouble. But like I say, drugs in prison, spice is the drug of choice because it's more potent and more, just more potent than other drugs. And it's an epidemic within our prisons. Like I say, the fact that when he said he's going to pay and it won't pay, it gets doubled and doubled and doubled. And then eventually the prisoner has had enough. And like I say, it's just the way prison is. Some people might be shocked that he got scalded and stuff. He didn't get scalded because of his charges. He got scalded and he got attacked because he was in debt. He's made the promise, I'll pay on this day, I'll pay on this day, I'll pay on this day. The prisoner's had enough. He's gone into his cell. He's demanded, get somebody on the... Here's a phone. Get hold of your family now. Get them to transfer the money. Get them to go and meet my boy on the out and give him the fucking money. You don't owe the money. Where's the money? You've said you're going to pay it. Why not paying it? Double, double, double. Trouble, trouble, trouble. It's a very easy hole to fall into in prison. My advice, if you go to prison, simply do not get involved with drugs. Don't take things on tick. If you can afford it, if you want to take drugs in prison and you can afford it, get it. But what you end up doing, what a lot of prisoners do, I've seen it where decent people have become fucking scumbags because they need the drug, and the body tells them, we'll get it on tick. My body needs it, and they steal from their own mother to get it. And then, like I say, it's not a selfish act because addictions are very hard to break and stuff. And people might say, oh, they choose to take drugs. Like I say, people take drugs for many different reasons: peer pressure, stress. They take it on the out, trying to escape the reality of the four walls of the surroundings of prison, spite, peer pressure, bullied, threatened. The list goes on. And once an addiction gets hold of you and stuff. But the thing is, what you've got to think of then, it doesn't just finish with a prisoner. You understand? If you've got a support network and a family, the threats and the phone calls and the intimidation from the drug dealer in prison, or the contraband dealer, should we say, your family get dragged into it then, because what they do then, they get the prisoner or the person that's in debt to ring their family. Listen, mum, you need to pay this money. They're going to fucking scalp me. I'm going to get napalmed. They're going to kill me. And then the family are worried shitless and are like, oh, well, we'll pay the money. So what the family are doing then, obviously money's hard to come by now unless you've got a money tree in the garden, which nobody fucking has. And then the family become caught up in it. They're scared for their loved one. Their loved one just wants the drug. And so it's a win-win really in that situation for the dealer, because he's getting his money. The drug user is getting the drug paid for by the family because he knows that every time he's in the shit and that threatening phone calls come, mum, they're going to kill me. And then the family are shit scared, not sleeping, not eating, struggling, going without, coming up on visits, sending you postal orders, paying for your drugs on fucking tick that you've got because you're a stupid ass, or you've fallen into the drug trap. Like I say, guys, it has shockwaves and has ramifications for your family, and they're not guilty of anything. They're just there to love and support you. And it's sad to see. I've read stories where a mother took a loan out for £4,000 to pay her son's drug debt because she was petrified he was going to be killed. Threats, intimidation, contraband incurs debt, debt incurs fear, intimidation, bullying, and violence. Gonna leave it there, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, put your comments in the comment section below. Cody out.